Hi, everybody, and welcome to TFT.
Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to this special video presentation
Of our past lives together, Oberon and Banshee.
We are celebrating on November 18th our 39th wedding anniversary. And in commemoration of that, we decided to try to do a past life reading for ourselves. And Sunny wants all in on it. What?
We know from our past years that we've done our own work with other people, and so we know generally that there are some past lives we've had, and that maybe...
He knows that more than me.
We've both had some regression work, though.
Yes.
We've seemed to be made aware of what a past life could have been. And we believe that we've had past lives together, and that at least one reading we've went to suggested that, although we didn't find that information was totally accurate, but it had a slight feel.
Yeah, I've been regressed a couple of times, but I've never seen him in that life, but that doesn't mean he was not there. And of course, just because we shared a past life together does not mean we were married or lovers in that past life. It might have been a different relationship completely. So we're looking forward to this experiment.
Well, somebody has regressed me on one or two occasions suggested that we had been siblings in the past, sometimes the same gender, sometimes not. So it's kind of interesting.
Now, we have been having fun with this deck that I have called Awakening Far Memory Reincarnation Cards. And we decided to do a pop-up live stream last month where we did past life readings for people utilizing those cards and using tarot cards along with it. So basically that's what we're going to try to do again. We're winging this a little bit as we go, and there's a few modifications because there's two of us trying to see how we shared a life together. So there's certain things we're going to have to draw a card for each of us. And I think you'll see it as we go, and we hope you enjoy it. And you get to learn a little more about us. And we get to learn a little more about us. Maybe.
Who really knows, right?
So on with the show. How we're going to start is basically there are five. It's one deck, but they're broken up into five different components. And one set has the culture. These blue cards here are the culture we lived in, the environment we lived in, the diamond green, the theme of our life, which is this white one, or I'm sorry, that's the occupation. The red cross is the theme of our life, and then we find out how we died. And so, obviously, for some of these, more than one card will have to be pulled, one for each of us. And so we'll take it from there and see how it goes. You can't go on that table. Why would you even try?
Oh, he's not trying to do that.
I think he was.
Okay, so let's go.
All right, let's roll. So we're going to start first with the blue circle culture cards, and we're going to pick one, and maybe we can somehow decide together, Mr. O. Do you want to put your hands on them and shuffle them a little? Okay, the past life of Mr. O and Banshee. Where are we going to go, Mr. O? You want me to pick it? I thought you were going to have a hand in it. Okay, I was hoping we would both do that. So, this is a place I definitely have an affinity for.
Oh my. Me too, in a way. Greece. So the implication, of course, is that it was probably a more remote time in Greece, at least a couple thousand years ago.
So let me write that down. And the type of environment? Well, I guess I'll let you pick this one.
Okay.
Want to get your hand? Well, here. Just go ahead and pick, Mr. O. What environment?
So maybe we were a true peasant.
Are there mountains in Greece?
Who knows? I'm not really sure.
The Greek islands? Well, a mountainous or hilly terrain. Let's just say that for now.
Greece was also an empire too, so maybe they had areas that were part
That
of
is
Greece.
true. Maybe we were part of the empire. That's a very good point. Maybe it wasn't so much Greece, but it was run by the Greek Empire.
Well, maybe future cards will determine this.
All right, so let me write down mountain. So, now we probably both did not have the same occupation, but maybe we did. So the thing is, we're going to each draw a card, but we're going to put the card back in case the other one was in the same occupation. I mean, for example, maybe we were served in the military together.
Captain, my captain. Oh dear.
Oh dear, Mr.
dear.
O.
I served all right.
Well,
Well, okay, no surprise. I've obviously been female in more than a few lifetimes. So, hey, hello.
was there a man and a woman there?
Could be. I was going to say, hey, Failer.
I need that card back, Mr. O, because you
No, only I can be the courtesan.
Shuffle them up for me. I have to pick one.
This is fun already. I get the feeling I know how we knew each other. It was biblical.
I don't know. Oh boy, here we go. This could be very interesting or not.
Twist of the tail. I don't know how you do it, Banshee, but...
I can handle it. You just hand them here, Mr. O. You needn't worry. Yes, let's see what I want here. It's hiding from me. I was a builder. Why do I have a feeling about this? But anyway, here, let's put the courtesan back out there and the builder.
Wow.
Now we have to draw another card, each of us, because this is the theme of our lives. We might have had different focuses, but you never know. It might be that brought us together. We'll see. There you go.
My focus was stability, instability.
Wow,
sort of
that makes sense, doesn't it?
Seems to tie in with being a builder.
I'm going to write that down and then I need that card back. Well, it seems like, there's a lot of things there, just trying to maintain existence in your profession might have been tricky, right? Here you go. You can shuffle them up a little for me. And we'll see what Banshee the Builder. It's like Bob the Builder. I was Banshee the Builder. In ancient Greece, maybe I was building some temples. So mine was about abundance or penury. Is that how you say that? Penury?
Mm-hmm. Penury.
Penury?
Meaning
rich or
abundance
poor.
or loss.
Abundance or poverty.
Yes.
And how did we die?
You didn't pull mine back out, did you?
Oh, I didn't, but I'll get it. Okay.
This is how I died?
Yep. Suicide. Whoa.
That's not cool.
Okay. Well, what was yours again? Your other one? Your theme was,
Oh.
it was a dual thing, wasn't it?
Right. It was,
I'll get it. Oh, I have it here. Stability. The stability one.
how could I forget that?
Am I not looking in the right place? I'm not. I'm looking at career. Good grief, people. Let's see. There it is. Wow. So give me the suicide one back. And you take them and mix them up for me. I have some thoughts here.
Well, things were unstable, perhaps.
Well, I grabbed that one, so I'm going for it. Disease.
And you can find my suicide if you want.
All right, so the other one, yeah. All right, before we add any tarot to this, let's take a look at what we have so far. So we met in Greece, in a mountainous area or a hilly area. Mr. O, well, me, Banshee, I was a builder, so I was in the trades, and Mr. O was in the trades of sort.
Well, I get the feeling like,
And well, wait. Then your work left you in a position of vulnerability. You know, was stable in instability, and maybe also that might have been in your own mental capacities too. You know, and mine was about abundance or poverty. I either had a lot of work to do or there was nothing, and then you committed suicide, and I had disease. That's the wrap up. So go ahead.
number one, since I was a courtesan, I probably gave you the disease.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay.
And then you
number
committed
two,
suicide because you couldn't face the truth.
well, I may have loved you, but things were just really rough. I mean, it was a very unstable time, and so my thought is that probably it was really never meant to be. I mean,
Are you going to put those down, or are you going to thumb through them there? It was never meant to be. Well, here is what I thought too. I mean, for a while there, I thought maybe I had an encounter with you, you know, in your trade, but really there wasn't much beyond that. I'm almost feeling like we may not have had a lot of contact in this life. In other words, it was kind of a passing thing.
so this is sort of a yes or no. Did we really know each other, or was it just a one-timer, or mostly?
Well, how do you frame that in a yes or no? You did an or there.
Were our lives really involved with each other?
Okay, was it more than just a one-time thing? Yeah. So now we're going to do a yes/no to determine that question, and then I'm certainly going to want to look up some things, you know, with the tarot.
Oh, I know one yes or no. I want to know.
Well, it's not a yes/no. I mean, the two cards that I put by a card, you know, they're like we did.
But I have a
for
yes or no.
everybody.
Did I
Okay.
give you a disease?
So were we a part of each other's lives to a more serious degree? Go ahead. I want to know more about my abundance poverty situation. And then I also might want to know more about my demise. But that for sure, the abundance poverty. There's the ace on the 13th card. Well, apparently we were more involved. But there is a caveat. So we have the Ace of Wands upright, and we have the Ace of Swords upright, and then we have the Three of Wands. Does it sound like we might have had a child together?
Well, it sounds to me like there was something we wanted to happen. There was something we were working on together, but maybe we were only waiting for it. It's not clear if it really happened.
It happened or not. Yeah.
Now, so to answer that, maybe it could represent a child we wanted to have together, but we didn't have it, or we didn't have a family. Keeping in mind that 3 is also the number of the major arcana Empress, which kind of connotes fertility and production. So the idea is that maybe this is what we wanted to happen. It's not clear that
but it wasn't fated to be. And it's possible that, I'm trying to think here. I'm having a flash, but I guess I want to know more about my demise. That might help.
Me too.
But, okay, so abundance and penury, I'm going to shuffle for myself, and I'm going to throw some cards on that. I want to see what it says. And then if you want to do that, you can shuffle for one of yours. And
well, I'm interested in the suicide.
Well, I'm interested in my death, too, because now I'm having a feeling that I might have outlived you, and you committed suicide, and I later died of disease.
Well, I think it's the other way around.
Really?
Maybe.
Maybe we have to ask that yes/no question. Or just ask who did I die first, or, do the yes/no that way.
Well, I guess I would ask, why did I commit suicide? It might give me that idea.
Well, that would be 2 cards then, yep. All right. I'm going to just pull 2 one from top and 1 from bottom.
So what were you asking?
Oh, this was about the abundance and the penury. And what I have here is the 2 of Pentacles upright and the Knight of Wands reversed. So this is very interesting to me. It sounded like, I tried to maintain financial stability and security. I spent a lot of time trying to balance that out and making sure I had enough to survive. But the Knight of Wands indicates to me that oftentimes the work just wasn't there. Jobs would disappear on me. I was unable to find work or be able to get enough work to sustain myself.
A lot of your life was really about trying to make ends meet.
Well, kind of like hand to mouth.
It was sustenance. It was fairly sustenance in a way. You never quite got the big break. And it could have been more of a class thing too. If you were a builder, you just were in a class of people that didn't make the money. You were probably knowledgeable enough to know how to build, to design things, but that was really somebody else's class or job, and so you were just the labor.
Right. I think you hit it right there. I think what that indicates to me is that I was more a laborer builder than an actual architect kind of builder. So I was not the person that made the big money. I was more into the labor end of it.
Okay, so I guess I want to know more about being a courtesan. So
okay, here's the cards.
I'm trying to think of how I should ask that question.
Well, just do 2 cards and see what it leads you. That's what I would say. For this one, you don't really have a yes/no. It's the suicide.
True.
I think that might be more for that. So basically, when we read for you, because we are going to do another pop-up live stream the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and what we will do is we'll throw the 5 cards and we'll allow you to have some tarot pulled for 1 or 2 of your positions to clarify them, depending on how many people we have. Because if we get a lot of people, these readings are a little longer, so they do take time. Actually, I think we did throw 2 for each position, didn't we?
Yes.
And we just went through it fast. So we will probably do that again unless we don't have enough time.
And we will wait far less time for a person who we call
Yeah.
So be in line and be ready.
Yeah, because if you disappear and we call your name, we got to move on.
Were you supposed to shuffle too?
No, this is
Okay.
just for you, so you can go ahead.
So my question is just more information about being the courtesan.
And when you do that, take one from the top and one from the bottom.
Yes, and I realized I could have done that without cutting, right?
Oh, no. I cut mine.
So the reversed Eight of Swords. Ooh.
Yeah, I have a feeling about that.
And then the reversed Hangman. And I have a very strong sense that I was some sort of spoil of victory, prisoner of war, that I was somehow belonged to somebody and maybe earned my freedom or got away, but I was basically just a courtesan. And that probably I had to give up a lot more in order to have that sense of freedom, which sort of makes me thinking my life was dismal enough that maybe I did want to commit suicide, or that things caught up with me, and that's probably why I did that.
You probably were on the run because you were owned by somebody. I think that Hanged Man reversed is indicative of that. Mm-hmm. And the Eight of Swords is freedom, but it's almost as if it's freedom without, you don't know where to go. You know, it's almost as if, you know, there's some confusion as to where to go now that you've broken free. It's almost as if you were constantly on the run.
I'm getting a trigger, and it's a strong one, and you might know about this, but I've rarely told other people, but something that triggers me from possibilities of other lives is that I either was suffocated, strangled, drowned, or somehow met my demise through a suffocation through loss of oxygen.
Could you have hung yourself?
Maybe. But when I'm looking at this picture here upside down, I sort of feel like the person is being choked or is without oxygen in some way.
But you did commit suicide.
Right. So I absolutely probably need to know more about that.
And think about that. If you look at that, you've got the Eight of Swords looking like choked, and then you've got the Hanged Man reversed. It's like you stayed in place.
And then look at it upside down, though. It still looks bad.
Yeah. But also, but over here you're not being choked, except here.
It feels like you're...
Take a look at that. Those are her arms. It looks like she's choking herself.
I know.
And so that, to me, is indicative of a hanging. Wow.
I know. I think that's why it's triggering me.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Just a little.
Okay, move along. See, these aren't always happy, these past lives, but
Your turn. Your turn. Let's move along here.
Okay.
What are you interested in?
Well, I
still want to go back to my suicide.
I'm interested in if I think we got to do this one together. I'm going to do the yes, no. Did I die before you?
Okay. So.
I'm just going to ask. So you can frame it. Did Banshee die before me in this life? Maybe I was trying to help hide you. I don't know. Or maybe that's why.
And I still had time to give you a disease.
Here.
I don't know how I can ever repay you. But in a few years, you might realize it.
Oh, this was really fascinating. And that's the point. It's for fun. Believe in it or not, just explore the possibilities. What the heck? I think it's very creative, and I love this deck of cards. I only wish there was just a little bit more in each of these categories. They could have expanded.
But it works well with the tarot.
And it works well with the tarot.
We got some good stuff there in a way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to make spaghetti tonight. Well, I don't like that. It looks like the Red Plague. Mask of the Red Plague. Or Red Death or whatever.
You died first.
How did you ask the question?
You were supposed to be focusing on it too, so you should know.
Well,
I have to count these because you distracted me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I asked if you died first.
12, 13. I'm on the 13th card. Yes, and that's the way I asked it. Did I die first?
And it says no.
It said no. Oh, did I die before you? So it says no. You died first. You died first. And I was obviously the man and you were the woman.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Here it is. This is so freaky deaky. We have a definite no here. I did not die first. And one of the first cards I drew was the Death card. The High Priestess reversed. And the Queen of Cups. You did it in a... You did it in a fit of, you did it kind of on a spur-of-the-moment decision thing. I feel you did not give it a lot of deep thought. You just felt, it's over, I have to end this.
But weren't you really wasn't the question really asked about you?
I asked if I died first and it was no, so I feel like this death is talking about you.
Okay.
I feel you were a woman in this life. I feel what you feel too. What? Do you not feel you were a woman?
Of course, yeah.
And I feel like I was a man in this life. And I'm just looking, we got the Queen of Cups there, the High Priest. If it was about me, if we want to say that, then I would say that basically your death totally changed and altered me,
That's right, Buster.
Go ahead. Do you want to add your 2 cents on it?
No, I feel like obviously I was a very emotional person and maybe I felt spurned, maybe I felt rejected. There's a big rejection with this card in a sense. With the
High Priestess? Okay.
Yeah. Rejection of me as your valuable partner. The duality, the fact that...
You're blaming me for your death?
That's why I killed myself.
No, I think you killed yourself because you were being pursued. I think he just wants to blame me for everything. And somehow we still managed to make
it
39 years in this life.
You know what? I'm good at it. I'm good at blaming you. That's what I do.
Doggone it. So what do you want to ask, Mr. O?
I think I'm good. I think it's okay. I've asked enough, haven't I?
Well, there was something else, wasn't there? Let me just see. Hold on.
Barb the Builder, what?
No.
About the culture?
Well...
The instability?
No, I guess you're right. I really do think this pretty much covers it. And so that's basically it. And we wanted to give you an example of how we've been working with these 2 decks, this past life deck, this multifaceted past life deck, and tarot, and how they combine together.
I'm doing something random.
Uh-oh, what is that? What is that, Mr. O? He's throwing an iron into the fire here.
How many shared lives did we have before and after? Top card and bottom card.
Is that going to tell us how we're going to... Are we going to count
we'll look
it
at
together?
The numbers, and the ones before are the numbers. Well, I know it could be really sad, right?
It could be really scary. What if there were many?
There should be.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
that there's only 1 or 2. That's not good. We should have many.
Well, wait, we're talking about shared lives, though.
Right.
I mean...
That's true, right. We
could have had many lives without each other. What?
Cut them or do whatever.
What? Oh, you shuffled already.
Mm-hmm.
I just did not know if you shuffled enough, Mr. O. For this kind of reading.
The
top and
card,
bottom?
Should the top be before or after?
Before.
Okay, so what is that?
The Hanged Man, number 12.
Okay, so there were 12.
Number.
There were 12 lives before, shared lives before that one in Greece?
Or do we make it a 3? No, we'll make it 12.
We should make it 12.
And then we have the 8 of Wands.
And then there were 8 after the one in Greece. And you figure, like, the thousands of years that existed before Grecian times of a couple thousand years ago versus the only 2,000 since.
I mean, 12 before? That's crazy. So it couldn't have been super ancient Greece.
Why not?
Well, so we were in the caveman days together?
That's right. But who pulled who by the hair?
Well, I don't know. I was a man in this life, so...
Oh! So that's it, I think, for TFT. And this was Oberon and Banshee's look at their own past lives.
Life.
Well, one of them.
One of them.
But we're aware that there were probably more.
I'm dubious about that.
Shared lives. Well, I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe it was only 3. I don't know. If you want to, melt down the hermit. Maybe it just means that...
That's not the hermit. That's the hangman.
Oops.
That's okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I was going to say it meant one of us was a nun. Which makes it even more disturbing.
Oh boy, we better quit while we're behind or ahead. So that's it for us, our special anniversary reading. We hope you enjoy it or think we're crazy, whatever. So stay tuned for more fun with us and take care, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.